And a big part of that is the culture that Tad Boyle has built over there. Just being able to meet him and meet the guys and get out there and see that they're ready to work and they're ready to put in that work and do big things there, and I want to be a part of that.
What made you a good fit for them, like basketball-wise? I mean, do they need bigs? Do they need power forwards? Like, what do they need?
Yeah, so they reached out and they needed a big. They need someone to go there who's going to work, push their guys, and play that 5 spot, and that's what I'm going to go do. So.
You know, obviously a ton of programs reached out to you. You know, I think it's 30 Power 5 offers. What was the process like for you? Because it seems to be changing different every year with NIL money and everything that goes into the transfer.
Yeah, I really tried to just enjoy the moment and enjoy the process. It was a little overwhelming at times, just fielding so many calls every day, but it was great. It was great going through that process and seeing how that works, and I had a good time with it.
What were Coach was talking about the Excel sheet. What were some of the things that were the most important to you while going through the process?
Yeah, one of the biggest things to me, like I said, was that culture aspect. Just because the culture here is so amazing, I didn't want to go somewhere and be missing such a huge part. Just a few of the other things were like the role that I would be playing, the system and how I would fit in there, the teammates that I would get to meet while I was out there, and a big part for me is the strength and conditioning coach, how well I was going to be able to connect with them, and because that's a huge step for me in this next process is getting myself in elite shape so that I can go play at the professional level.
Since you arrived here at Grace College to now, where have you improved the most? Where have you grown the most?
I would say off the court. I've really just been surrounded by such a great environment to where I can just grow as a person. In terms of on the court, I would say in my leadership aspect, just coming in a little timid, not really speaking out too much, and then being able to grow into hopefully what a good leader looked like this last year. So
you touched on it in the press conference a bit, but what was it like to have so many schools come after you and to be such a wanted man, you know, when it comes to the transfer portal?
I mean, it's hard to say that it doesn't feel good. It was definitely a good feeling knowing that I was wanted everywhere across the country and that I had plenty of options. So,
from the kid we saw playing in Angola to now playing Division I basketball at a major university, when you have a chance to kind of reflect on it, like what has that journey been like for you? What was it? What has allowed you to get to this point? Because it's been cool, like for me, like on the sidelines, to get a chance to watch you develop into the player and the person that we've seen now.
Yeah, it's been a great journey, and I wouldn't trade a step of it for anything. The entire way, I've been trying to enjoy it as much as I can. Looking back on it, it just moved by so fast, but it was just so great. Like I really wouldn't trade it in for the world.
Tad Boyle's been there a long time. So what did that mean to you, and how much of a factor was his longevity and what he's been able to do at Colorado?
Yeah. So like you see today, like with the portal's kind of crazy, and it's kind of the same way with coaches. You have coaches bouncing around everywhere, and just to see someone rooted in a program, this is like a big thing from him was that's his home. Like that's where he wants to stay. He wants to be there. He wants to build a successful program there. He doesn't want to just bring in anyone to help do that either. He's looking for the right guys to build that right culture and that right environment.
Final question for me. You got 1 year to make an impact. What do you need to do to hit the ground running and be a major part of what Colorado does on the court next season?
Yeah, that starts right now, and that's putting in that work. Moving out there end of May and just putting my head down and grinding all summer long, along with all the other teammates out there, and I'm ready to do that, ready to start getting after it.